About 1 in 12 Americans participate in some sort of instrument, according to psychiatry.org. That means that 1 in 12 people you know play an instrument. It may be a good idea to at least attempt to learn an instrument to better understand people you know. Piano technically is one of the harder instruments, but the basics of piano are pretty easy to understand. You just press a button. So, I'll be showing you 3 songs that you can play on any keyboard. I'll start with a simple song like Chopsticks and teach you the complete basics. Then we can go on to more advanced songs like When the Saints Come Marching In and some songs from the 20th century. Feel free to play along at home. Now, the complete basics starts with your hand position, actually. It's important to have a good hand position, or else you're going to sound very choppy and weird. A way to have a good hand position is to have an arch on the back of your hand and to apply a medium amount of pressure with your fingers. If you don't do this, it's going to sound really weird. Make sure to have a little gap between your wrist and the piano and keep it high. On the keyboard, there are groups of 3 and groups of 2 in the black keys. Now, the group of 2 in roughly the middle of the keyboard, which is going to be right here, to the left-hand side of it, is a key called middle C, which is very important because I'll be referring to this a few times in the video. Middle C, it's just a nice note to know where you're playing. If you go up for middle C, that's called going up a note, and this would be technically D. And going down would be considered going down a note. If I'm playing like Jingle Bells, I play the same note 6 times, and then I'd go up 2 notes to G, down 5 notes to C, up a note to D, and then up a note to E again. The first song we're going to be playing is called Chopsticks. It's a pretty popular song on piano because of the easiness of it. It's also called Heart and Soul. The first note is F, which is 4 up from middle C, and G at the same time. This only requires one hand, so you're not going to need to use your left. So, it starts off like this. And then your F goes down to E. Both notes go out with your E turning to D, going down a note, and your G going up 2 notes to B. You go in, and then out twice. So, altogether it's going to sound like this. Okay, for the Saints Come Marching In, there requires 2 hands. The right hand is just going to be playing the melody, while the left hand is going to be playing what are called chords, or groups of 3 notes. The first chord is going to be, this is in the key of F, so there's going to be a B flat instead of a B. The first chord is going to be an F. The second chord that you need to know is B flat, which these are just going to go up 1 step. The third chord you're going to need to know is called a B flat 7. The name is not important, but it's going to be an E, G, B flat, C. The final phrase requires multiple different chords, being F, and then it goes to the 4th chord you need to know, which is going to be F7. You just add an E flat up here, it's not that big a deal. It goes to B flat. The 5th chord that you need to know, which is B flat minor, this D is just going to go down a half step to D flat. And then the final chord that you're going to play, it's going to be an F chord, but instead of the C being up here, the C is going to go down here. Your melody is going to go like this. It's pretty easy to play on piano based off of an example, so if you are playing at home, that would be easy to replicate. Now, the final product of all of this will sound like this. Now, the final song I'm going to be playing for you is called Winter Wonderland. I'm sorry, it's a Christmas song. But the thing about this song is it's on what's called sheet music. Now, I'm not going to teach you the basics of sheet music today, but the important thing to know is that this is typically what all songs are printed on. This is the number one way to learn songs. You can learn by example, but I'd recommend using sheet music instead. It's not too difficult, you'll just need to learn more about notes. Here's the final song I'll be playing. Well, those are all the basics of pianos for those who wanted it. Piano does get very complicated very quickly, so if you're serious about learning, I'd recommend getting a teacher instead of watching YouTube tutorials. Every single song ever can be played on piano, so you have plenty of options at disposal. An easy genre of songs that I'd recommend learning on are Christmas songs. I personally did those, and they're pretty fun to play. If you're ever looking for a new hobby to blow off steam or join one of your friends having an instrument certificate, then perhaps pursuing in piano might be a good choice for you.